Coming up in the news, Grand Bahama Power Company facing yet another protest. Plus, the PLP chairman criticizes GBPA for slow bridge repairs. And the government reaffirms commitment to small homes repair program. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, everyone. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, residents of Grand Bahama gathering at this hour in a demonstration against the Grand Bahama Power Company, rallying under the theme GB Power will either bend or break. The protest is fueled by the company's recent application to the Port Authority for a base rate increase of 6.3%, which is added to the growing frustration among consumers. Our Rumiko Knowles is standing by live from the protest. Rumiko, what can you tell us?
Yes, Raven, a lot is actually happening at the moment. We are coming to you live just a few feet away from the Grand Bahama Power Company, where residents are expected to gather on the field just a few feet away from it to protest against the Grand Bahama Power Company. Of course, this is a result of a few things that has been happening over the course of several weeks. We've seen where the power company have applied to the Port Authority for a 6.3% rate increase. We've also seen where residents have been complaining about the high monthly electricity bills, in addition to the frequent power outages in Freeport. Now, this is the second time that residents and consumers are gathering in protest against the Grand Bahama Power Company, many of whom are pretty much irate at this point. Today's rally is under the theme, the Grand Bahama Power Company will either bend or break. And so that goes to show you just how serious that these consumers are at this moment. I'm standing by with one of the organizers, Rashad Adali. We spoke earlier, you talked about why it is so important for you guys to have a second protest against the power company. Tell us a little about that.
Good evening. Our number one objective is to get all our Bahamian people out, Grand Bahamians. The first one was to let you know we're here. The second one to let you know we're really serious what we want to do. And we don't have a third, a fourth, or a fifth. We're going to do that. Because at the end of the day, we are the ones that are taking the brunt from what's going on with the power company. It's impossible that our population is so small now and our power bills are so high. You know what I mean? We have to actually get some solution. And we're not going to stop. Like they did in the Finland era. Today is Sir Lynden Finland's, the day when he died, anniversary. We're going to have that bend or break spirit again inside our community.
I was about to ask you about that. I noticed that it is his 24th death anniversary, and the theme is definitely in line with the spirit that what he was trying to do back then with fighting against injustice. Is that what you guys are doing here today?
Let me tell you something. What happened in the past should happen in the present and in the future. We are the Joshua nation, so we're going to do what we have to do to help our people.
Thank you so much. Rashad Adley, one of the organizers of the event. As you can see at this moment, not many persons are here as yet. It is expected to start at approximately 6:30, but not many persons are here. Persons are now sitting under the tent. A big stage is set up, and so this protest will probably go on for the next hour or two, and we'll be on the ground bringing you information as soon as it becomes available. Live from the Bend or Break rally in Freeport, Grand Bahama. Back to you in studio, Raven.
Thank you for that, Rumiko. Well, the chairman of the Progressive Liberal Party is raising concerns about the prolonged delay in bridge repairs on Grand Bahama, targeting the Grand Bahama Port Authority for its sluggish progress. During a recent visit, he called into question GBPA's effectiveness in addressing these infrastructure issues. More details in this report.
How many board directors does it take to build a bridge in Grand Bahama?
It is a question on the mind of Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, as he brings the state of bridge repairs on Grand Bahama into focus. Mitchell sharply rebuking the Grand Bahama Port Authority for what he deems slow progress on these critical repairs. For over a year, there have been ongoing concerns about the Tino Beach Bridge, which remains partially closed due to LASCO narrowing the lanes. This leading to significant disruptions for local businesses and residents.
It's been almost a year, if not more, since the bridge to Tano Beach has been closed. It's only one lane. I understand there's a restriction now on how many, the tonnage that can go on the bridge.
The Casuarina Bridge, damaged by Hurricane Dorian more than 4 years ago, also faced delays. Mitchell previously attributed the slow repairs to a lack of funding from the Grand Bahama Port Authority. Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, has also criticized GBPA for not meeting its obligations to the city of Freeport, raising questions about the reason for the continued delays.
Then you've got the bridge over Lucaya, in Lucaya. God only knows what's taking so long to get that done.
And regarding the Sir Jack Hayward Bridge constructed in March of 2016, contractors began clearing and grubbing the embankments in 2022, although reconstruction was expected to be completed within 4.5 months. The project remains unfinished. Mitchell accuses GBPA of pretending to work while only collecting fees without delivering tangible results.
Then they had a big fancy opening for the one at Dover Sound, and then we went under it the other day. That's not finished. So, it's just like a fairy tale is being spun, a lot of smoke and mirrors to make people believe that there's something actually happening here. But we know the true story.
Now we reached out to the Grand Bahama Port Authority, who declined to comment on this matter. Well, news from police: a 20-year-old American visitor is recuperating from injuries at the local hospital. The woman was rushed to the Rand Memorial Hospital following an incident at Taino Beach at 2:00 p.m. on Sunday, August 25, 2024. Police reports indicate that the victim was struck by a jet ski operated by an adult male, which left her with injuries to her upper body. Emergency medical services personnel responded and transported her to the hospital, where she remains in stable condition. This matter remains under active police investigations. Well, switching gears now, an urban renewal official is doubling down on the government's dedication to the Small Homes Repair Program, which was recently relaunched to address the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian. Despite the overwhelming demand from residents, officials assure that efforts are underway to prioritize and assist those most in need. Deputy Director of Urban Renewal, Senator Kirkland Russell, is reaffirming the government's commitment to providing relief through the Small Homes Repair Program just days after its relaunch. At a recent event, Prime Minister Davis pledged to collaborate more closely with the program to ensure that the voices of Bahamians are heard. Russell says the work is far from over.
And I am happy to report that workers, construction workers, and their aides, their helpers are on roofs throughout Grand Bahama, West Grand Bahama, throughout the city of Freeport.
The program faces the challenge of meeting high demand, as many homes were compromised following the passage of Hurricane Dorian. Russell notes that while not every applicant will receive assistance immediately, the commitment to reaching everyone remains steadfast.
And so we will continue as we complete one cluster of homes to start the second cluster. I know since we have started, we have been inundated with phone calls with persons concerned as to whether they were on the list, whether they were going to get assistance. I want to assure the Grand Bahama public, the people in Bimini, the people in Abaco, that help is on its way.
Initially launched by the Davis administration in May of 2022, the initiative received some 2,500 applications from Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Bimini. Since then, the program has expanded its scope, and Russell notes that officials are currently exploring strategies to prioritize applicants.
We are looking at the best as how we can assist the elderly, persons who are living with disability, single mothers, and persons who are unemployed, you name it. We understand that everybody is kind of anxious, especially because of this being the hurricane season. We can continue. The only thing we can do is pray, but one thing we want to assure the public, we will get to you.
When we come back, hear how the father of the nation is remembered at a local ceremony. This story, sports, and more in the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition continues.
You have enough things to worry about. living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this month, sis.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
God is Able Shoe Repair for back-to-school footwear, shoe, luggage, and belt repairs, orthopedic shoes, shoe polishing, hat spring, custom-made shoes, and so much more. Number 6 Churchill Building, downtown Freeport.
It's back to school with Bellevue Gifts and Supplies. Shop now and get huge savings on composition books, 15% off textbooks, workbooks, school supplies, and all teachers' aids. Bellevue Gifts and Supplies, Queens Highway, making going back to school more affordable.
Foresight IT Professionals is offering back-to-school deals on all desktop and laptop computer systems, starting at just $4.99. Packages include printer and accessories. It's a great time to purchase that home or office computer. Phone 602-0946 or 813-3355. Foresight IT Professionals, your IT products and services resource.
Step into comfort and style with Hush Puppies, now available in Nassau and Freeport at John West Shoe Company. Visit them in Nassau, Carmichael West behind Wendy's, or in downtown Freeport. Call 603-SHOE or 352-4574 to find your perfect pair today. Spend your weekend at Gombeland. They're open 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Follow them on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. WhatsApp 816-3314 for more information.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Pine Ridge constituency office treating hundreds during its back-to-school extravaganza over the weekend. With the 2024-2025 academic year approaching, organizers shared the importance of helping residents with their back-to-school readiness. Shane Stubbs was there and has more in this report.
The Urban Renewal Park buzzed with excitement as residents were equipped with back-to-school goodies ahead of the upcoming academic year. The Pine Ridge constituency office made it a fun day for one and all, with free food, games, and so much more. Minister for Grand Bahama and the Member of Parliament for the area, the Honourable Ginger Moxie, on the continued success of the initiative.
We have some fun, but we also prepare them for back to school. So we've been in the community already, going door to door, distributing school supplies to the various polling divisions.
But Minister Moxie says the door-to-door campaign, which runs until August 31st, ensures that no constituent slips through the cracks.
I thought that it was important because often at these types of events, you tend to miss your own constituents because some cannot come out. You know, some have other issues that they're not able to actually be here on the day of. I want to make sure that every child in Pine Ridge has their supplies.
And what's a giveaway without some neat gifts? The minister was grateful to her constituency office for pulling out all the stops.
I'm always grateful to Team Pine Ridge because they go above and beyond to make it happen. They're all volunteers. So that's an aspect of it that we have to always remember.
And while there was a lot for the children to enjoy, there was a little something for the adults, with Island Site Development on-site hosting their drug fair seeking skilled workers for the Celebration Key project.
Their Celebration Key project is one of the most recent the construction and civil engineering company has ongoing. With community building in mind, ISD saw this as the perfect collaboration, with many opportunities still available.
We're looking for electricians, carpenters, steel workers, heavy equipment operators. They can contact us at our office. The number is 328-2025. We also have an email address that they can send resumes to. That's employme2022@outlook.com.
And with the first day of school drawing near, Minister Moxie has this final message for the students.
I want them to just stay focused, stay committed, learn as much as possible, and they will achieve success.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
Great story, Shane. Well, in other news, with great pride, the Progressive Liberal Party holding a memorial service to honor the life and legacy of Sir Lynden Oscar Pinling on his 24th death anniversary at the PLP headquarters in Grand Bahama today. Our Shalia Roll was there and filed this report.
Being pushed there as a minister is just like any other day, but being pushed there as a ballot is a brand new experience. And I think I needed something like this to get me reoriented to the industry.
Today marks 24 years since the passing of former Prime Minister Sir Lynden Oscar Pinling. Today, government officials gathered here at the PLP headquarters to honor the leader that guided our country to independence and majority rule, and is still known as the father of our nation.
There was a man that stood in the gap by the name of Sir Lynden Oscar Pinling that said, what is yours is going to be yours.
Serving in the House of Assembly for 41 consecutive years, Sir Lynden Pinling was able to break barriers and defy the odds in the political sector of our country, which led him to walking the nation into independence on July 10, 1973, and serving as the Prime Minister for 25 years. At the time of his death, he was described as the father of our nation and an architect of the modern Bahamas. In a memorial service that was held in Pinling's honor, PLP representatives reminisced on the giant of a man.
I would have learned and was greatly impacted by what Sir Lynden was doing and for our country.
That man did a great job in the Bahamas for 25 odd years.
He did so many wonderful, great things for us as Bahamians, that wherever we go in this world, we can hold our head up high.
As the father of our nation made significant changes to Grand Bahama, Senator Kirkland Russell says that something must be done to honor the life and legacy of Sir Lynden Pinling.
They say that the Mall Street that goes from sea to Xanadu, the sea to the airport, be named after Sir Lynden Oscar Pinling.
Pinling died quietly at his home on August 26, 2000, after making history in the nation. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Rule.
The Forever Flower Shop. Check out our new selection of artificial flowers and wreaths. Choose stems for your own projects or get a pre-made arrangement as a quick fix to a dull space. If you're a soon-to-be bride, inquire about bulk ordering for floral options that won't break the bank. It's all here at Island Bedding and Furniture, located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinary.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes
on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk-Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
Sometimes you want pizza vibes without the whole dang pie. Now, there's a new way to get the bold flavors of pizza whenever and wherever you want. You just got to try Pizza Hut's new melt in buffalo chicken, meat lovers, pepperoni lovers, and chicken bacon wrap for just $6.99 with that. Pizza Hut's new melts are cheesy, crispy, and loaded. Call us at 352-9191 to satisfy your pizza vibe cravings.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Copter termites former salmus, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry. Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper. So you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
Welcome to sports, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shane Stubbs. We've got some exciting updates for you this evening, but let's start with the Shockwave Elite 5 Flag Football Frenzy, which certainly lived up to its name here at the Independence Park.
5 teams laid it all on the line this past Saturday. Here's coordinator Eugene McMinns, who's looking to take youth football to the next level.
We play 5-on-5, pretty non-contact, there's no hitting involved. Every 6 weeks, we'll run a camp training, the very fundamental basics football, and then teaching them the rules and the proper understanding of the game. This is my 3rd one. My 4th one's going to be in November, later in the year. So I'm pretty excited for that.
And of course, there can only be one winner, and the Red Squad took care of business against the Green Machine in the championship game. They dominated that one 27-8 en route to the tournament's crown. Next in sports, the NFL, in conjunction with the West Grand Bahama Sporting Association, held a virtual coaches and officials flag football certification course down in the West.
The residents and players alike took advantage of this opportunity to come here and experience and take advantage of what's going on here.
Presently, we've always really been focused in the Grand Bahama area, but now with the West Grand Bahama Sporting Association getting a little bit more involved in the sport, it gives us an opportunity now to move outside of Grand Bahama proper and start to really work with the kids and work with the persons within the other communities to try and grow the sport.
And lastly in sports, Jonquil Jones and the New York Liberty's win streak came to a screeching halt this past Saturday against the Connecticut Sun. The final score in that one was 72-64. They were winners of 8 straight prior to Saturday. Jones, though, was pretty decent, scoring 10 points and grabbing 8 boards on the night. The Liberty are back in action tonight against the Phoenix Mercury at 10.
And that's your quick check on sports, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shane Stubbs. As always, be safe and be great.
And now we'll look at your local weather forecast, sponsored by Royal Star Assurance.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's a beautiful
Here's a check on your Monday Health is Wealth tip.
Sleep apnea is a common medical condition that often goes undiagnosed. It is characterized by frequent pauses in breathing while asleep, loud snoring, frequent nighttime wakening, and excessive daytime sleepiness. Unless someone observes you sleeping, you may not be aware of your sleep pattern. Some complications of sleep apnea includes chronic fatigue, high blood pressure, heart disease, weight gain, or difficulty losing weight, or even sexual dysfunction. Schedule a checkup today and discuss your risk factors for sleep apnea with your doctor. I'm Dr. Tiadra Johnson. Make some steps today to improve your health, as your health is your wealth.
Don't go away. Our Facebook friend of the night is up next.
We all need to save. Save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm self-insuring my investments, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than a tarp. Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies.
Nobody
does it
better.
West Grand Bahama and Bimini constituency branches presents the Back to School Prayer Walk and South. Saturday, August 31st from 5:30 a.m. to 12 noon. It starts at 5:30 a.m. at Sunset Village Bandstand warm-up and praise session with Bishop Simeon Houghton and Fred. The route starts at Sunset Village Bandstand West onto Bayshore Road to 8 Mile Rock Front Street. Continue east to Bartlett Hill, turn onto St. Stephen's Corner, continue west on Bayshore Road to Sunset Village Bandstand. Saturday, August 31st from 5:30 a.m. to 12 noon.
Still thinking about you.
5 years later.
You know what my grandson said to me the other day? Grammy, can you help me? I lost my mummy.
The impact of Hurricane Dorian continues to live on. The stories, the emotions, and the legacy of those who lost their lives.
Everything gonna be all right. Everything gonna be all right. We can keep in touch. Gwen's starting to pick up now, so.
This is me, my husband, Rob. Oh, this is my room right now. This is Title's Buds.
I am pleased that help is finally here for these families. This amendment is for the people.
I'm Jolanda Thompson Everest. Join us for this 5-day special series at 6:30 p.m. only on the ZNS Network.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Trayvon Lang, you are our Facebook friend of the day. We thank you for always watching, and we hope you enjoy your birthday. And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the entire news team in the North, I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in, but stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, the head of Clifton Heritage and 2 others charged in court today. No challenges for fishermen 1 month into the crawfish season. Father of the nation, the late Right Honorable Sir Lynden remembered. And in sports, the junior national track and field team ready for competition in Peru. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Everyone, I'm LaDawn Davis, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks so much for tuning in. 3 men appeared in court at the center of a case that has gripped national attention. As they were led into the courtroom today, their fates hang in the balance, with tensions running high. Tonight, Devontae Hanna is live outside of the magistrate's court with the latest. Good evening, Devontae.
Well, LaDawn, it was a pretty interesting day here at the Magistrate's Court. Indeed, this is just 2 weeks ago, police made the gruesome discovery of Philip Adderley's body in waters near Storts Cove, bound by his hands and feet and with stab wounds. Now, of course, today, 3 men were brought before the courts, all believed to be connected to the murder of that man, that horrific murder, that is, that occurred on August 14th. Now, those men included the former managing director of Clifton Heritage, Mario Bannister, as well as Christian Napier and Dante Riley, and they were all made to face Chief Magistrate Roberto Rackley in the Magistrate's Court today in Court Number 9. Now, the trio was charged with conspiracy to commit murder, while the 62-year-old Bannister received an additional charge of accessory after the fact. 28-year-old Napier and 26-year-old Riley both charged with murder. Now, on the inside of the court got even as interesting. Bannister entered the court with a Bible in hand, handcuffed to Riley, who was seemingly upset today and had an exchange of words with family members in the gallery. Here's exactly why his lawyer says he could be upset.
I don't know if you noticed, the Napier and Riley were separated. It suggests maybe they were angry with each other. Or it suggests something to the extent that the police chose not to put them together.
It all comes as alleged screenshots of the conversation between the trio went viral, along with videos showing the gruesome killing, which police say is now under investigation. Meantime, Bannister's attorney, K. Melvin Monroe, is seemingly not too concerned.
What evidence? That's the first thing you have to establish. What evidence? Because it has to go before a court. It has to go before a jury. So once it gets before a jury, then you make a determination.
And he says despite Bannister's immediate termination ordered by the Prime Minister, the accused is in a good mental headspace.
From inception, he's declared as innocent. So with him declaring as innocent, so
he's in a pretty good mental state.
He's in a good mental state. You know, saddened at the fact that he has to go through this, but that's about it.
Now, as they left the court, Bannister was embraced by family members sitting in the gallery in the Magistrate's Court today, but the trio, that is, was not required to enter a plea and will return to court on February 15th for the service of a February 13th, that is, in 2025, for the service of a voluntary bill of indictment. Now, there were reports of Bannister receiving emergency bail. We did contact his attorney, K. Melvin Monroe, who could not confirm or deny that fact. But for now, all we know is that these men could quite possibly be behind bars tonight. Reporting live from the Magistrate's Court, I'm Devontae Hanna. Back to you, LaDawn.
Thanks a lot, Devontae. Well, testimony continued in the Supreme Court Monday in the trial involving former Water and Sewerage Executive Chairman Adrian Gibson and his 4 co-accused. During today's proceedings, one of the Gibsons' attorneys, Damian Gomez KC, referenced a forensic audit that had been conducted at the Water and Sewerage Corporation. He questioned former Water and Sewerage Board member and veteran banker Caroline Wallace Whitfield about 33 payments that exceeded the $250,000 ceiling. He asked Wallace Whitfield, among other things, if she had ever seen a cabinet paper authorizing payments of $2.9 million and $2.8 million. But the veteran banker said she didn't recall. Gomez also wanted to know why a forensic audit was necessary if cabinet had approved the payments. And the prosecution witness said it was her understanding that it was a directive from the then government. The trial continues before Senior Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson. Police have launched an investigation into a shooting incident that has left a 60-year-old man with serious injuries. Police were alerted shortly before 3 o'clock this morning that a man had been shot multiple times above the body by an armed man in the area of Wolf Road near Lexington Avenue. The victim was taken to hospital in a private vehicle and is currently listed in critical condition after being shot in the upper body and face. Police are appealing to members of the public. If you have any information that can assist, call the Criminal Investigation Department at 502-9991 or Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. 3 men were arrested by Operation Ceasefire officers in the Carmichael Road area around 1 o'clock this morning. The police officers, accompanied by their Defense Force counterparts, executed a search warrant at a home on Center Drive where they seized a firearm containing ammunition inside. The trio, 2 27-year-olds and a 19-year-old, remain in police custody. Another group of young men ages 19, 21, and 23 years old were arrested in the Carmichael Road area, this time by Drug Enforcement Unit officers around 1 o'clock this afternoon for firearm possession. The officers searched a silver Suzuki Swift with the 3 men inside near a residence in the area of Montgomery Avenue off Carmichael Road. Police say the firearm contained a quantity of ammunition. The Anti-Gang and Firearm Investigation Task Force Unit will continue investigations into this incident. Next week starts the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season, and officials hope the urgent message of preparation continues to resonate across this country. But one priority for the government is to ensure adequate funding is in the national purse in the event a natural disaster strikes. According to the Minister of Economic Affairs, Senator the Honorable Michael Halkitis, while the government will never be totally ready, there are financial contingencies in place.
I have a facility with the Inter-American Development Bank so that in the event of a hurricane, we don't have to begin the application process for money if we need to do massive repairs and cleanups, etc. We already have that facility in place. We can immediately begin to draw down. So that's one point of preparation. And otherwise, the government, we are in, I would say, a better position than we were a few years ago in terms of being able to respond.
And no matter what type of disaster hits, the Davis administration is adamant that all islands will receive the financial assistance needed.
So all that depends on the strength of the hurricane, on the impact of it in terms of how many islands it hits. But we should be able to respond. And as we continue to manage our affairs, we want to put ourselves in an even better position.
The central bank is taking a closer look at advancing targeted reforms on fees at commercial banking institutions, aside from interim measures under the 2012 Payment System Act that could take effect in the first half of 2025. Broader reform proposals are also being explored that would enable the government to legislate consumer protection and market conduct standards. Where cost is a significant factor, the central bank continues to craft reform proposals that would ensure access to financial services in the country's less populated islands, as well as develop financial inclusion regulations to mandate a basic deposit account product for low economic consumers. A June 2024 central bank assessment of commercial banking fees reveals that prices continue to differ amongst financial institutions, notably transactions involving deposit account administration and credit service maintenance. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis is set to meet with the Bahamas Contractors Association after President Leonard Sands raised concerns over Bahamians being taken advantage of by unscrupulous contractors. Acting Press Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, Keishla Adderley, says a planned meeting comes amidst ongoing concerns expressed by industry professionals about the status of the industry and the quality of work being performed by unlicensed individuals. Sands has also voiced concern about investors who come with their own contractors to the detriment of local contractors because there is no such thing as a licensed contractor in the country based on the Construction Contractors Act of 2016.
The Prime Minister also plans to meet with them soon. As you know, there is legislation in place to regulate the construction industry. However, we are still awaiting a board to be put together which will deal with the day-to-day regulation of the industry. And that is something that the government will put some more urgent energy behind so that we can get that going and try and eliminate some of the grievances within the construction industry.
And still to come, no challenges for fishermen 1 month into the crawfish season. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Things that are undeniably Bahamian: a good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Whatever you're doing and head to your favorite KFC. KFC is taking value to a newer, crunchier level with our new snack box, packed with 1 piece of juicy fried chicken, crispy fries, and a buttery biscuit, all for just $5.35. When you snack, you deserve to snack responsibly with the new delicious KFC snack box. Order your new favorite deal online with Messenger or WhatsApp Hi to 557-3663 to start your KFC order today. KFC knows value and is finger-licking good.
Back into school.
These modern day children, they always on these tablets. When I was growing up, we played pocket or go to the arcade.
The way children play has changed, but immunization is always in style. Vaccinations still protect children from infectious diseases. Make sure they get all doses of their polio, measles, pertussis, diphtheria, hepatitis B, and rubella vaccines.
A message from PAHO WHO, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the Canadian Government, the Caribbean Development Bank, and USAID.
During the calm before the storm.
Life-threatening storm surge and winds in the northwestern Bahamas.
2019, Freeport Grand Bahama. We're praying for the best.
And in the wake of the devastation. We've hosted countless shows. We've interviewed numerous individuals. We've covered every angle and shared everyone's stories.
The whole roof came off.
Now, 5 years after Hurricane Dorian, we are telling our story.
We need to move now. Let's go now.
You can see we make it out of the hurricane.
I wasn't imagining this.
I was scared. I didn't know if I was scared or coming crying.
This was a storm like no other.
Join us for a Hurricane Dorian special as we take you into the eye of the newsroom. See what we endured behind the scenes during our relentless 72-hour live coverage from before and after the deadliest storm in our nation's history.
Outside is actually flooded.
This is more than a documentary. It's our journey, a testament to our dedication and our commitment to you. Airing September 1st on the only station that kept you informed during the worst storm in the history of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. This is the eye of the newsroom.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
Nearly a month into the start of the crawfish season, and there's been no challenges reported by fishermen. Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources, the Honorable Jomo Campbell, says while fishermen are out at sea, this spells good news for the industry where illegal poaching often poses a major threat. The minister spoke to the significance of a regulated industry and a closed season.
Well, the rules and regulations are there simply to protect the industry itself, to protect the product, to protect the crawfish, and, to assist them, the fishermen, because we want to make sure that this is something that they can have at their disposal and ability for a long time. It's a vibrant industry, the fishing industry, and so, we follow the rules. It makes it better for everyone.
While the cost of crawfish per pound fluctuates, with last year's price lower than fishermen had hoped, Campbell discussed market prices.
That is also currently under review with our Director of Marine Resources, Director Gregory Bethel. We've met with several of them over an extensive period. We've had some pleasant conversations, some not so pleasant conversations, but hey, that's what it's all about. We have to talk through these things until we get to an amicable agreement as to, what is best for the Bahamian public as well as the fishermen, because it's their livelihood.
China's trillion-dollar Bells and Road initiative is designed to enhance commerce in countries like the Bahamas through the use of sustainable methods. Lloyd Allen has more from Beijing as he continues his 4-month media exchange program in the Far East.
China's Belt and Road Initiative, a term echoed throughout the Caribbean and Latin America, synonymous with Chinese President Xi Jinping, and includes dozens of banks and companies. The foreign policy venture seeks to partner with governments around the world in constructing roads, power plants, telecommunications platforms, all towards modernization. First started in 2013, the Belt and Road Initiative has impacted dozens of countries across the region. And during a lecture held Monday at the Diplomatic Residence Compound in Beijing, Renmin University of China Director of Institute of International Affairs, Dr. Wai Yi-wei, argues a towering goal of the BRI is toward improved wireless commerce.
Chinese modernization, not American modernization, not Western modernization. So we think about the internet, it's not just information or telecom, it's also industrialization. So in China we say digital industrialization, digital industrial digitalization. So we do both. You need to have a new sustainable development approach. You cannot repeat the Americans to very natural way of life, right?
With the project exceeding more than $1 trillion and impacting nearly 150 countries, Yaiwei contends the focus remains centered on environmental preservation, in line with the United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development.
China, because we have the yin and the yang. Yin and the yang is not contradicted, but converted. They can convert each other. So this is a dynamic thinking. So digital industrialization, industrial digitalization. Not just first you have industrialization, have electricity, then gradually you have 1G, 2G, 3G, and then have 6G. Always, live in the shadow there. China, we said we should do both.
With journalists present from around the world, the hope, according to China, is to spread the word of partnership by way of media. Reporting from Beijing for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Thanks a lot, Lloyd. Well, today marked the 24th death anniversary of the late Right Honorable Sir Lynden Oscar Pinling, the first Prime Minister of the Bahamas. Known as the father of the nation, Sir Lynden led the Bahamas to majority rule and independence and is remembered for his significant contributions to the country's political and social affairs. A service was held at the Progressive Liberal Party's Farrington Road headquarters, where clergymen prayed for the strength and well-being of the country and Sir Lynden's family. Sir Lynden's impact on Bahamian society remains profound, even more than 2 decades after his passing. We still have more news to come, but Marcellus Hall has a look at what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports tonight, our junior national track and field team ready for competition in Peru. Details ahead in sports.
If you see news in the making, call ZNS News at 502-3800 or email us at znsnews@gmail.com.
Tourism today. Bahamas tourism today. Shedding light on the Ministry of Tourism's strategic plan for aviation,
Deputy Director General Dr. Kenneth Romer unveiled initiatives aimed to create more opportunities for new Bahamian pilots.
We also focus on how do we look at creating opportunities, professional development opportunities for existing aviators and opportunities for our emerging aviators. So what we saw today was a young Bahamian female who is actually pursuing tertiary studies at Embry-Riddle University. And we're coming alongside to lend her support, tangible support, but more so, we have brought a professor from Embry-Riddle to stand alongside her, a Bahamian professor at Embry-Riddle, and she would really be a mentor for her while she is on campus. So we are committed again to really ensuring that we pave a pathway in terms of transitioning new aviators into the industry. We're seriously committed, again, to attracting talent. We're committed to forming relationships with both local and overseas partners. So this is another very proud day for aviation. It's a proud day for the Bahamas, and we look forward to deliberately crafting the future of aviation in the Bahamas.
Student pilot Deandra Sears also expressed her readiness for a future in Bahamian aviation.
I'm looking forward to making a name for myself and for my country. I'm thankful for the opportunity given to me, and I'm grateful for the support from not only the government, but also the mentors and staff at Embry-Riddle that has been helping me so far. And I am looking forward to coming back to the country and helping out in our major airlines.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Michael Miller, and this is Tourism Today.
This video needs to show us on a different scale. It has to be extra.
What, eh?
Hey, Quay.
Hey, what you saying?
Where you is?
I read you on the bus stop with my friend.
Okay, so we want to shoot this video, and it's gonna be extra.
All right, Jim. I can just come to you. All right. I need your 25 cents no more.
For all of life's twists, turns, and defining moments, RBC is a plan for all of you.
What are we gonna do? We forgot your daddy's birthday. He's in Eleuthera and we're all the way in Nassau. You got it? Okay. Yes, you're right. Eleuthera for tomorrow? No problem.
Decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
It's time to grow your church. Time to extend your message to all the islands in the Bahamas, into the Turks and Caicos Islands, and to the world via the ZNS app and website. It's time to broadcast your church's services on ZNS TV. To help you with that, ZNS has some exciting new packages with very good prices. It's time to call 502-3813 for details.
We have more than anyone else. We are the most. We are news leaders, and credibility is the order of the day.
Why don't you come to the most? Only the Sun can cover you better than our new digital product with exclusive stories and entertaining content.
We are the most. Community TV page and radio community announcements. The most viewers and listeners in the country.
We have the most years of the human history recorded. There's no archive like ours.
I came back home to bring you even more news and local programming. We're simply the most, the new ZNS.
Hey everyone, it's your boy Vontae, and welcome back to another episode of The Drop. Keep going.
2 minutes to airtime. I came back home to make sure you have the most in news and entertainment. We're simply the most.
And I came back home to make sure that you have the most in information, education, entertainment, and inspiration. We're simply the most. The new ZNS, where only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
We here at Candid Security offer a varied range of security services, including guard service. We do armored service, we do pre-employment investigation, background checks, also vet people for employment. A live business hosted PBX is extremely important to our operation. I don't have to be in my office. I can easily get connected with our clients, my vendors, my NASA office, and with our employees in the field, anytime, anywhere.
The organization Youth Against Violence held its second annual seminar featuring a back-to-school supplies drive, showcasing the group's commitment to both education and violence prevention. In light of the concerning crime rate in the Bahamas, the seminar was critical and timely.
The beginning of the year in Nassau, they actually had 83 murders in counting, from what we learned from the police chief or the police officers. And not only that, in this city alone, they had one murder that I know of, which is stabbing that took place here. So we find various high crime-related areas to try to tackle that. Why? Because the scripture say in Hosea 4, we must stop with the blood touches blood, meaning black-on-black crimes.
The event included presentations from local law enforcement and community leaders. Topics ranged from effective ways to handle bullying to avoiding peer pressure. Participants were given practical tools and resources to help foster a safer environment at school and within their communities.
We also have various movements for sisters, saving Sarah's daughters. We have those movements to help conflicts from bullying from young youth that we have in our communities and our schools. So all these various organizations that we established.
Baines and Grantstown Member of Parliament Wade Watson turned heads with his unique approach to his constituency's annual back-to-school distribution event, embracing a jungle safari theme that captivated the community. Watson, dressed in his theme T-shirt, shared more.
That's what we're doing here today. We're going to have some fun. We're going to feed, and we're going to make certain that every child leave here with a school bag today. Some going to get bikes, some going to get vouchers, some going to get shoes, but everybody will get food and a bag today before they leave here.
Parents and students praised Watson's innovative approach, and while there are some who weren't able to make it out to the event, the area MP reminds them that they're not left out, as there's still a chance for them to get their children's school supplies.
You can always come and see me because, you know, I have some extras in the office. We don't discriminate against anybody, and my mantra is to help as many people as I can help. You know, feelings involved. When it comes to giving, give, because it'll come back to you 100-fold. I experience it, so I know what they're going through. So I'm just happy to be the Member of Parliament for this area so that I can give back.
Life Changers Ministries International teaming up with its social partners and donors to provide much-needed school supplies to students in the Montel Heights community in preparation for back to school. The event, dubbed the Brown Bag Initiative, is an annual event providing relief and support to struggling families.
So the Brown Bag Initiative is a back-to-school give-back that was established to offer a packed lunch bag of items to distribute into deserving communities. In Montel Heights has been the community that we've selected. This was inspired through Life Worship Center's Children's Ministry. I acted as director of Children's Ministry, and we decided to create an initiative that will give back to the community, to the kids, by the kids. And so the Life Children's Ministry is partnering with us again this year with Brown Bag, and we get them to come in and they pack the bags. They put in affirmations for the kids that they themselves have peeled and stick on and pack into the bags, and they also go into the community to distribute.
Okay. Books, pencils, pens, fruits, groceries among the many items distributed to residents. Bahamian Olympian Charisma Taylor among many volunteers participating in the program.
This is a great initiative. This is a great thing to do. For me, it just warms my heart to be able to give back in such a way that can impact the youth. So it just puts a smile on my face and makes my heart happy that I'm able to do it and I'm willing to do it. So for the years to come, I would love to do this anytime I can.
3 little Bahamian queens edging out 80 contestants from around the world to achieve top prizes in this year's Galaxy International Pageant in Orlando, Florida. The Miss Galaxy International Pageant was established in 1999 to positively uplift and empower women and young girls. First runner-up in Miss Galaxy, Bahamas' Sophia Wallace, says the experience was worthwhile.
A new crown. I came first runner-up. I also won photogenic winner, and we also have another first runner-up and a second runner-up. The Bahamas team did so well at the Galaxy International. I felt like it was a very transformative experience for myself because I'm always in the background and I'm always the hair and makeup artist, and this time I believe that God put me in the forefront to be able to just focus on myself and take care of myself and not forget who I am.
The Bahamas taking home the Junior Miss, Little Miss, and Mrs. Galaxy International Pageant titles. Contestants Lamore Dawkins and Hadassah Camp are both overjoyed.
I made a lot of friends. I made friends with Junior Miss Canada, Junior Miss Wisconsin, and Junior Miss UK. It was a great experience because I got a chance to talk to young girls and girls my age also, and it was just a great time.
I became first runner-up, Miss Photogenic, and Miss Congeniality. It was very great, and I met new friends, Little Miss Canada and Little Miss UK.
Stay close, there's more news right after this. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report.
Carrie's Fabric and Uniform Store wants to get you ready for back to school.
They have ready-made uniforms and uniform fabrics for almost every school in the Bahamas.
At Carrie's, find skirts, blouses, shirts, jumpers, boy shorts and long pants, neckties, socks, and more.
You can even have your uniform skirts custom-made.
Check out our selection of embroidered cotton shirts.
That's Carrie's Fabric and Uniform Store on Mackey Street.
Call us at 393-0758 or 817-0758.
Fuel the difference. Ruby's Ultra Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tank and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby. Ultratech.
11 Bahamian high school graduates, all former valedictorians and salutatorians, were afforded an experience of a lifetime as a part of a cultural immersion trip to Nanjing, China. The 2-week trip came as a result of a recent signing between the University of the Bahamas and the Confucius Institute.
You represent the potentiality of the Bahamas. You've all done extremely well. And we know that you have only touched the surface of what is out there waiting for you. Because you are now entering a phase where you are able to, with your intellect and your abilities, to have a level of independence and creative thrust that you might not otherwise have had heretofore. So I want to encourage all of you that while you're there in China, listen, learn, watch, understand, analyze, critically assess.
We're so grateful for this opportunity for the University of the Bahamas to support the cultural and educational experiences of young Bahamians in this country.
Of the group, 10 are public school graduates, with one coming from an independent school.
I'm very grateful to have been chosen for this trip, and what I'm looking forward to is looking at the different monuments and historical figures that were built in China.
I feel like learning never stops, and I recently graduated from high school, so going to China and visiting a college, I feel like I will be able to learn something and then bring back what I learned and share it with friends or family members.
For Ed Talk, I'm Madame Williams.
We seem to remember our athletes when they make us proud at the finish line. Throw a jungle parade when they return home, toss them a few dollars. And then forget about them until the next Members of the prestigious Fourth Estate should never sell themselves to any politician. Instead, keep their hands and noses clean in order to publish or broadcast the unadulterated truth. Well, that's how I see it anyway.
Read as I see it, exclusively at ZNNSBahamas.com. New articles premiere on Mondays at 9 a.m.
It's time to grow your church. Time to extend your message to all the islands in the Bahamas, into the Turks and Caicos Islands, and to the world via the ZNS app and website. It's time to broadcast your church's services on ZNS TV. To help you with that, ZNS has some exciting new packages with very good prices. It's time to call 502-3813 for details.
A week, a Saudi Fund for Development loan will be signed to construct a new multi-million-dollar international airport in North Eleuthera. The special signing alongside an RFP launch ceremony will take place at the current international airport site in Lower Bourg, Eleuthera on Monday, September 9th. Director of Aviation Kenneth Romer talked about the economic injection this new airport would bring to the island.
We are extremely excited about the launch of the North Eleuthera International Airport development. Again, the development has several objectives. Among them, we are seeking to operate airports as profit centers with the responsibility for maximizing revenue and managing costs to generate and optimize profitability. We are also seeing significant amount of airlift into North Eleuthera, and with a new airport, it would attract more direct international traffic to the airport to generate economic growth and employment.
And it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil. What's in the forecast this evening?
Well, what I can tell you, the tropics remain quiet, but we still have lots of real estate ahead of us, so we're asking residents not to become complacent because the peak of the hurricane season is fastly approaching. Outside of our studios, we have a few clouds, temperature at 85 degrees here, relative humidity 72%, winds out of the east-northeast at 9 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,019.0 millibars, that's 30.09 inches, and your temperatures around the islands, 85 degrees in Marshall, Abaco, 86 in Green Toll Key and in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands and Allenstown, Bimini, 85. 85 is also in Harbor Island, Eleuthera. Rock Sound at 83 degrees, Fresh Creek, Central Andros, 85, 86 in Kemp Space, South Andros, and Black Point, Exuma. San Salvador, Rum Key, and Artistan, Kid Island, 84 degrees. Georgetown, Exuma at 83, more 83s in Ragged Island, Clarencetown, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Megwana, 84. Ackland's a bit on the warm side at 88 degrees. Matchy, Nagua, 86. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 85 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Live Business, where you're always protected during the worst storms. In the Northwestern Islands tonight through Wednesday, easterly winds 10 to 15 knots, and your wave heights 2 to 4 feet. The low tide will occur at 8:49 tonight, with a second low tide at 8:47 tomorrow morning for the central and southeastern islands tonight through Wednesday. Easterly winds 12 to 18 knots. The wave heights 3 to 6 feet with a bounded chop. So caution flags are in place for boaters in the central and southeastern islands into Wednesday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Did you see Uncle Lou when it fall in the well? I said he fell so deep that he went straight to hell. The devil and his angels stopped ringing the bell. My mama told me 3 years ago I mustn't marry no lazy gal. Said no lazy gal, no lazy gal, no lazy gal. I said no lazy gal, no lazy gal, no lazy gal. My mama told me 3 years ago.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, follow us at ZNS Digital on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or X. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit us on our website at znsbahamas.com.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
You could spend more, but why? Save with the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Sea Bass Tuna, 5-ounce, 2 for $1.89. Wesson Canola Oil, 48-ounce, $4.99. Sweet Peaches or Nectarines, $1.99 per pound. Mort's Assorted Juices, 8-pack, 6.75 ounces, $5.99. Chicken Leg Quarters, 10-pound bag, $1.09 per pound. Rescuing you from high prices, that's Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety right. They gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
At Koshright, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Koshright members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Koshright, where membership truly has its privileges.
During the calm before the storm.
Life-threatening storm surge and winds in the northwestern Bahamas.
2019, Freeport Grand Bahama, praying for the best.
And in the wake of the devastation. We've hosted countless shows. We've interviewed numerous individuals. We've covered every angle and shared everyone's stories.
The whole roof came off.
Now, 5 years after Hurricane Dorian, we are telling our story.
We need to move now. Let's go now.
You can see we make it out of the hurricane.
I wasn't imagining this.
I was scared. I didn't know if I was staying or coming and crying.
This was a storm like no other.
Join us for a Hurricane Dorian special as we take you into the eye of the newsroom. See what we endured behind the scenes during our relentless 72-hour live coverage from before and after the deadliest storm in our nation's history.
Outside is actually flooded.
This is more than a documentary. It's our journey, a testament to our dedication and our commitment to you. Airing September 1st on the only station that kept you informed during the worst storm in the history of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. This is the eye of the newsroom.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check on a Monday, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall with our under-20 junior national track and field team. They're now comfortably in Lima, Peru, ahead of competition in the World Junior Track and Field Championships. Our Jay Philippe is traveling with the squad and lets us in on the details.
Competition is expected to begin for Team Bahamas here in Peru tomorrow. Coach Darren Lightburn says he's hoping that his athletes can execute their races and events to their best.
We're really excited. We got in last night and the competition is going to start tomorrow, and I've been encouraging the athletes to just continue doing what they've been doing with their coaches, keep the same mindset.
The first athletes on the track in the morning session will be Carlos Brown, Jeremiah Adley, and Cheyenne Demerit in the 100 meters first round.
I'm feeling good. We just arrived yesterday, so I know I have to get my body loose and get it going for tomorrow. Strategy going into the race, remain focused, don't let nobody get to me. Make sure I execute my race from the start of the gun to the crossing of the finish line.
I feel really good, you know. I just wanted to thank God for allowing me to get on this level again. And my expectations going into the race, I want to break the junior national record and go there, do my best, give it my all, finish the meet injury-free.
I'm excited, not nervous, but very excited. My expectations, I just want to go in, do what I have to do, what I've trained for all season. It's nothing, I can't do anything about it now, just execute my race well, listen to what my coaches have taught me, and I just look forward to PBing, hopefully moving on to the semifinals and then the finals and bringing home a medal for the Bahamas.
Kalia Jackson would also compete in the women's discus throw.
Usually try not to overthink too much, especially going into competition. So my only goal for tomorrow really is to qualify for finals, do everything I'm supposed to do and just really, focus on my technique, not to overthink too much, because if I get too much in my head, especially at this higher level competition, then things tend to fall apart. So really my only goal tomorrow is to qualify for finals.
Now, depending on how well the sprinters perform in the early morning, the 100-meter semifinals will run that same day around 4:35 p.m. Reporting from Lima, Peru, I'm Jay Philippe, ZNS Total Sports.
All right, thanks, Jay. Well, the New Providence Softball Association playoff action continued over the weekend at the Bankers Field. Game 1's in the best of 5 on both the ladies and men's side. Amishal Noel getting us all caught up.
In Providence Softball Association resuming their men's and women's playoff series. In the opener would be the ladies game, setting the tone as perennial power. The R&B Operators will take on the Black Scorpions. For the Operators, they would get out to a fast start, going up 2-0 in the opening inning before piling on 8 more runs in the second. The Scorpions would try to keep things close, tacking on 2 runs in the fourth, but the Operators were just too much, taking game 1 by way of mercy rule stoppage. Final score 17-7. Winning pitcher Diva Burrows, losing pitcher Deontay Colbrook.
It was a rough day due to the weather, but we came out on top. We battled through the situation that we had ahead of us. Game 2, we had to come out and just perform. Pitchers got to throw strikes, so come on and hit.
Game 2, most of our players are not here, so we had to play with what we had. So we just waited too late in the game to come and get our hits. That's how we normally hit, what you saw tonight when we came back. At the end of the day, I could say our team did better than we first started, because our first season, as I joined, we lost every single game. So for us to be in the playoff is a big deal to us.
On the men's side, in the nightcap game 1 of the men's series between the Cybertech Marlins and the Titans. This one not much of a contest, though. Complete domination on the mound from Marlins pitcher Thomas Davis, giving up only 3 hits on the night with no runs scored, as the Marlins would cruise to the 7-zip shutout win. Playoff action picking it back up on Tuesday. In the opener, the Sunshine Auto Wildcats, they will take on the Johnson Lady Truckers in the second game of that series. On the nightcap, the Chances Mighty Mitts, they will face the Renegades. That will be game 2 of that series as well. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Amijal Knowles.
And finally tonight, the Government League basketball season continues with 2 games on the agenda for this evening at the Donald Davis Gym. First game at 7, Bahamas Customs Taxmen. They'll take on the Real Deal Rangers. Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture Panthers. They'll play the Police Staff Association Royals. That'll be your feature contest. And that's it. Your look at sports for you here on this Monday. Our Monday weather just ahead. Stay with us.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
The most important thing in life is family, and whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Your one-stop shop for all things news and entertainment.
Bringing you exclusive content from unique talents you can't find anywhere else.
Keeping you updated with the top stories from across the nation.
And entertained with a variety of engaging content.
All in one place.
With one click.
You mean I can get all this in the palm of my hand?
Yes.
On all my favorite devices? Yes. And with unlimited access to all types of different content.
You won't need to look anywhere else.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital. ZNS Digital, the people station in your pocket.
We seem to remember our athletes when they make us proud at the finish line. Throw a Junkanoo parade when they return home, toss them a few dollars. And then forget about them until the next Members of the prestigious Fourth Estate should never sell themselves to any politician. Instead, keep their hands and noses clean in order to publish or broadcast the unadulterated truth. Well, that's how I see it anyway.
Read as I see it, exclusively at ZNSBahamas.com. New articles premiere on Mondays at 9 a.m.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, the tropics remain quiet again this evening, but the peak of the hurricane season is just ahead of us. It happens somewhere around the 15th of September, so there's much time to make the necessary repairs to your windows, your doors, and your shutters if you have not already done that. So we're asking you not to let your guards down and use this lull to make those necessary repairs. But now closer to home, we have this mid to upper level trough over the southeast Bahamas, and that will continue to support pockets of showers and thunderstorms in the central and southeastern islands tonight over the next couple of days. And then we have this troughing over the extreme northwestern parts of the country, which is also providing some cloud cover, and occasional showers can be anticipated, particularly around Grand Bahama, Abaco, and the Berry Islands. Elsewhere in between, high pressure at the surface remain in control, so the winds are going to be relatively light over the northwest Bahamas. Out of the east, 10 to 15 knots. In the central and southeastern parts of the country, winds are a little stronger there, so we're asking boaters in the central and southeastern islands to continue to exercise caution, as those winds will be up around 12 to 18 knots at a wave height 3 to 6 feet, gusting at times near those showers and thunderstorms. Now, our forecast for tonight, this is how it's going to shape up. We're looking at partly cloudy conditions, a bit on the warm side. Your low temperature tonight in the capital should get down to 81 degrees, and tomorrow we're looking at partly sunny and hot during the first half of the day, and then it will turn cloudy as we head into the afternoon with some showers and even thunderstorms developing late into the afternoon hours. Your high temperature tomorrow up to 89 degrees. And the temperature trend tomorrow, we're going to start the day off just around 78 degrees as the sun rises, and that will gradually climb, and we will plateau out at 89 degrees somewhere around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Thereafter, temperatures will start diving down again. And your extended weather forecast is going to shape up like this. Tomorrow, we're going in for those showers developing in the afternoon hours. That same pattern will take place on Wednesday. No change there at all. But then come Thursday, the cloudiness will thicken up with less showers, but we'll have some spotty thunderstorms in the mix. And then Friday, the skies open up again just for a short period, because as we head into the weekend, Saturday is looking very cloudy again with scattered showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. Sunday, we get a peak of the sun once again, but as we head into the early part of next week, lots of sunshine returning to our forecast. Now, temperature-wise, this is how things are looking. Not too bad over the next few days, taking us right into Thursday. We're keeping you below the 90-degree mark, and then we pick up a 90 on Friday, 89 degrees on Saturday, and then back into the 90s. And by Monday of next week, we're going to have some very, very warm temperatures of 93 degrees, and when you factor in the relative humidity on Monday, we're going to have that feel-like temperature somewhere around 107 degrees. So we ask you to keep yourself hydrated. LaDawn.
Thanks a lot, Basil. Well, ZNS Digital is on the way to your school come the start of the new semester. We've launched a back-to-school challenge, and if you want to join in on the fun, go to our social media pages, learn the challenge, and post it. Be sure to tag the page so our team can come and have fun with you to get you or your child in gear.
Girl, if I don't ever, never, girl, if I don't ever see you no more.
Overdose. Summer soon over, no more time to chill. When me say she tired of y'all in this highlight bill. Don't make sense, you cry, them supplies done by. So go press your shirt and go get your necktie. Since you ain't in the mood, ZNS come through to bust a bar downs, get you ready for school. So when you walk through the gate on your first day, go to the top of the class. Only one first place. You done greet your friends, plenty hugs and smiles. Now it's time to get focused and unpack your bags. Unpack your bags, don't just sit there and look. Pay attention to the teacher, yeah, open your book. Yeah, open your book, don't mind your friends who never prepared, asking you for a pen, asking you for a pen. That's what he doing again. Look like he spent his whole summer only doing them trends. I got a question. Where my intelligent dancers? Hands in the air if you could give me the answers. Cause good grades make you feel filled with pride. You get a 3-point, bust a 2-step, then slide. Yeah, 2-step, then slide. Bust a 2-step, then slide. Cause good grades make you feel filled with pride. You get a 3-point, bust a 2-step, then slide. Mario!
Well, that does it for the Bahamas tonight. The National Report from all of us here at ZNS. I'm LaDawn Davis. Make it a great evening, everyone.
Girl, if I don't ever, never. Girl, if I don't ever see you no more.
Overdose. Summer soon over, no more time to chill. Mommy say she tired of y'all in this highlight bill. Don't make sense, you cried, them supplies done by. So go press your shirt and go get your necktie. Since you ain't in the mood, ZNS come through to bust a bar downs, get you ready for school. So when you walk through the gate on your first day, go to the top of the class. Only one first place. You done greet your friends, plenty hugs and smiles. Now it's time to get focused and unpack your bags. Unpack your bags, don't just sit there.